This time we see that our x has been multiplied by a 3. We want to undo multiplication by dividing by 3 on each side. You might want to say we're not undoing the 3. We're undoing the multiplication. We're undoing the operation of multiply by 3 by dividing by 3. If you think of it as getting rid of a number, it gets a little bit confusing. It's a little bit easier to think of this as undoing an operation. Here we're going to get 21 after we divide by 3. And notice, when you substitute that back in, 3 times 21 does make 63. Here we see negative 8 times q. We want to divide by negative 8 on each side of the equation, and that will give us on the right just the q by itself, and on the left negative 3. And notice when we substitute that back in, negative 8 times negative 3 does make the 24. Now the comment I was making a moment ago about not, quote, getting rid of the number. If you said, ooh, the negative 8 is with the q, I need to get rid of a negative 8, then you'd want to maybe get rid of the negative 8 by adding 8 to both sides. See, we're not really getting rid of the negative 8, we're really getting rid of the multiplication by negative 8, which then tells us to divide by negative 8 instead. It's a very subtle difference, but it's important to note. Okay, problem number 13. 3/5 times x equals 15. Now you've got two choices here. You can say 3/5 has been multiplied by x, so I need to divide each side by 3/5. But notice how, yuck, you've got that double-decker fraction thing showing up on the right. It's easier in this case to say, okay, here's my 3/5 x equals 15 written all over again. If I'm going to be dividing by a fraction, I'm going to be multiplying instead by the reciprocal. So multiply by 5/3 on the left and multiply by 5/3 on the right hand side also. On the left, multiplying by a reciprocal, those just cancel out to 1 and you just have x equals. On the right hand side, I'm going to put the 15 over the 1. We can notice that we can cancel across that multiplication symbol, get 5 on the top left over that 3, which becomes 1. And now 5 times 5 is equal to 25. Checking that solution, it turns out that 3/5 times 25 is 15. Okay, moving on here. Let's line that up neatly. We see negative 2.4 times r. We want to divide by negative 2.4. And that just leaves the r by itself on the left, equals negative divided by negative is positive. Turns out that 2.4 goes into 7.2 3 times evenly. So substituting that back in, negative 2.4 times 3 does make the negative 7.2. Okay, now we have what appears to be fractions. Don't go too quickly. When people see division and they see the 10 and the 5, they just want to say, oh, my answer's 2. The answer isn't 2. 2 divided by 5 is not 10. We see that our x has been divided by 5. We want to multiply by 5 on each side of the equation to undo that division, leaving you with just the x on the left equals 50. And notice when you substitute that back in, 50 divided by 5 is 10. That does work. Number 16, we have negative 1/3 times x. We want to divide by negative 1/3, but we learned a moment ago we can multiply by the reciprocal, negative 3 over 1 instead, and that will cancel out the fractions on the left and cancel out the negative sign. We're going to have x equals, and it turns out to be negative 12 when you multiply. And if you check that answer, substituting the negative 12 in, you find that negative 1/3 times negative 12 does make positive 4. Okay, those are all one-step equations because it only takes one step to solve the problem or to write the equation and solve it. Now we move on to some simple word problems. The sum, that stands for addition, of 25 and a number, which I'll label x, is 12. is always turns into an equal sign. There's our equation. This is nothing to be afraid of. Subtracting 25 on each side of this equation then gives us x equals negative 13. On this next problem, the word difference refers to, yep, you got it, subtraction. The difference of a number, x, and negative 7 is 63. Now that one was a little bit tricky because there's a difference referring to subtraction and then there's a negative 7, so I really don't want these two negatives touching each other, so I've used parentheses. We know that whenever we minus a negative, that turns into addition, so we really have x plus 7 equals 63. And we want the x by itself. We don't want the 7 added to it, so we are going to subtract the 7 off on each side, and that will give us the solution of x is equal to 56. Okay, moving over to the right now. Product refers to multiplication. So we're going to have 5 times a number, 5x is 30. And we want the x by itself. It's been multiplied by 5, so we're going to divide by 5 on each side, giving us x is equal to 6. The product of 5 and 6 is 30, it turns out. And in number 20 here, quotient refers to division. The quotient of a number and 9 is, there's my equal sign, 1/4. Now this one's a little bit messier than what we've dealt with in the past. Let me move this up and give us a little room to write. X has been divided by 9. We want to undo the division by multiplying by 9. That will cancel out the division on the left. And now on the right, we're going to get x equals 1/4 times 9. You can pretend the 9 is over 1, and then have 9/4 as your solution.